Hey everybody, Douglas Blair Roberts here, the Super Vader 400 and the brown skin Hewitt, coming back at you with another video cartoon intro remake review intro. This is the intro to various remade cartoon reviews and rants. For some odd reason, even though I did do this in the past, when it one of the Sonic songs I used has a copyright on it, and it's not a big deal. But if I ever when I decide to set this channel up, when I get eligible for monetization, I can't get any money from ads from the video, so that's why I'm just redoing it with two different songs that surprisingly don't have copyrights on them. This version is the same as the last one, except my clothes and stuff will be different, and of course the intro songs will be different. Instead of using what I'm made of, I will use the songs intros will be Weekend and Sonic's Back in Time. And for cartoons that do deserve a rant, or for videos that do deserve a rant, what I'm made of will be used as the outro for the various cartoons. So yeah, this is the intro to various narration. Part 1 will be narration. Second part will be season and episode webcam reviews spliced together to one video. Some of these won't go on all platforms. Yes, some of these will only go on YouTube, and some of these will only go on Facebook. So, with that being said, let's get started right now. Let's go back in time to when television and cartoons were great.
Hey everybody, it's time for another cartoon review, cartoon short review narration. And unlike the other reviews I've done like this, there will be no part 2 webcam, larger webcam version, because the show I'm watching I don't know that much about. The show I'm reviewing I don't know much about, so there will be this short one, and this is what I will be doing for both the Douglas Blair Roberts YouTube actor and social media based personality videos, and for the second real life superhero videos when I don't know that much of a franchise or haven't watched that much of a franchise in a long time or at all to do a larger webcam review. However, the larger webcam review will come sometime in the future when I finish watching this series. But for now, just this one right here. And as you can see by the title, I'm reviewing the 1980s Sunbrow Hasbro cartoon Visionaries, Age of Magic. This cartoon is from the same studios and toy company that gave you G.I. Joe and Transformers and that Jim series, Jim and the Holograms series. I saw this for the first time in 2013. I didn't review it back then because I only watched a couple of episodes and I had no idea what I was watching. I had no idea what I was watching, and I don't feel like rewatching and I meant to do this, but I just never got around to doing it. I didn't feel like rewatching this, watching the entire thing, and then coming back and then coming back and trying to review it. I didn't feel like watching all 13 plus episodes, so instead, that's what I'm doing. That's the other reason I'm doing this short review right here based on what I'm watching. I'm even thinking about a reaction, doing a narration reaction with pictures, narration, and even video commentary with pictures. It won't be as high tech as everyone else's, but I'm thinking about it for this series right here. Yeah, yeah, Visionaries, Age of Magic, and I must say already, I'm only 2 episodes in, and guess what? I think this is one of the best cartoons Sunbrow's ever had. In my opinion, it blows G.I. Joe, Transformers, and especially Jim and the Holograms out of water. It's the best. It's the best ever. It's the best ever. How it was overshadowed by G.I. Joe and Transformers, because a lot of people, while this has a huge following, a lot of people don't know about this cartoon. I didn't know about it until 2013, but it was a phenomenal cartoon. And the cartoon's a cross between the 80s Hanna-Barbera mecha series Centurions, Highlander, the Highlander franchise, Dungeons and Dragons, the new Adventures of He-Man, G.I. Joe, Transformers, and the various Marvel and DC cartoons. The plot, from what I've seen in the first two episodes, and from what I've read on Wikipedia, the plot is about these the plot is set in a post-apocalyptic dystopian future where technology has stopped working, and now people rely on both magic and old prehistoric inventions to keep the world running. Merlin, I think that's his name, a wizard, gathers several knights. These are several warriors with mechanized suits with different abilities and different powers. He bests upon them various staff like weapons with mythical powers, and he wants all of these people, and he wants all of these people to work together. He work together to create a new, to keep the world running and create a new world. New world. There are two races. There's the bad guys, the Dark Lords. There's the bad guys, the Darkling Lords, and the good guys, the Spectral Knights. He wants both of those groups to work together. The leader of the Dark Lords, Darkstorm, of course, he doesn't want to do that. He wants to go against the oath, and he wants to claim all the staff, all of the power for himself and his minions, the Dark Lords, and rule everything. And that puts him in conflict with Lidric, the leader of the Spectral Knights, and that is pretty much the entire series. So yeah, like I said, this is the best cartoon ever. Awesome animation for the 80s. Almost looks like a 90s animated series in several sequences. Almost looks and feels like a 90s animated series until you listen to the voice narration, which is so 80s, and the voice acting, which several voice actors from the G.I. Joe and Transformers cartoons are in this cartoon, voicing several different characters. Also, this show is much darker and much more serious than the other three, Transformers, G.I. Joe, and G.I. Joe and Transformers got darker later on, but in the earlier seasons were campy. This one right here is much darker. And this one right here, while this is definitely based upon, I think it's based upon a toy series and a Magic game, and they also have a comic book tie-in, which I hope to check out, a comic book tie-in. But this is one of the rare first animated series to be more about, you can tell the people, there were toys and stuff involved with this series, but it was more about the cartoon. It was more about the storylines and characters than it was selling action figures and toys. So yeah, Visionaries: Age of Magic, not only one of the greatest cartoons of the 80s, but one of the best of all time. So yeah, this has been my short review of Visionaries: Age of Magic. To see the second part 2 narration, the real life superhero version, the link will be in the description box below, and the episodes you can find on YouTube. Just type in Visionaries: Age of Magic and you can find this on YouTube and on various streaming sites. And if I don't put the link in the description box below, which I'm not going to do, you can comment on the video and I'll send you the link. Alright, this has been my review of Visionaries: Age of Magic. More reviews of this cartoon will come in the future, but for now this is the shorter one. So with that being said, let me hit my music and get out of here.